Recombinant bovine growth hormone, or RBGH, is arguably the most widely known hormone associated with dairy foods. It has been used in the U.S. dairy industry since 1994.
And while the U.S. government has deemed it safe for human consumption, some critics are calling for more studies. Investigative reporter Luke Moretti has more on the debate over hormones in milk.
Come on, girls.
It was something that everybody was doing at one point to stay in competition.
Western New York dairy farmer Ron Mamoser is talking about the use of artificial bovine growth hormones to increase a cow's milk production. It's something that he doesn't use in either his organic or conventional operations.
We found out it doesn't really matter that much anymore. It's not missed at all here.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved the synthetic version of bovine growth hormone in 1993. The agency determined that food products from cows treated with RBGH are safe for consumption by humans, and that there are no new scientific concerns regarding the safety of milk from cows treated with RBGH. Catherine Bohr is the dean of Cornell University's College of Agriculture and Life Sciences.
At this point, there is no evidence that there is harm to consumers from the consumption of milk, where either the milk has the naturally produced by the cow bovine growth hormone, or whether there's external bovine growth hormone that is being used by the farm.
Still, it's not approved for use in some countries, and critics continue to question its safety.
If you ask consumers about it, they're justifiably not comfortable with it.
I worry about all the hormones and stuff that they give cows.
As long as there's no growth hormones in it, then I'm fine with it.
Patty Lavera of Food and Water Watch is among the voices calling for more studies.
Health-wise, there's been limited studies. This is a theme in a lot of food stuff. Once it gets approved, we don't really go look anymore to see if there's any negative health effects.
While the American Cancer Society has no formal position regarding RBGH, it does provide the following summary. It states that the evidence for potential harm to humans is inconclusive, and that it's not clear that drinking milk produced using RBGH significantly increases IGF-1 levels in humans or adds to the risk of developing cancer. IGF-1, or insulin-like growth factor, is a protein necessary for normal growth and development. More research is needed, the American Cancer Society states, to better address those concerns.
There are a few papers that talk about a potential link to a couple of types of cancer, including breast cancer and I believe prostate cancer. So that's the piece that should be studied more, and we're not aware of anybody being funded to study that.
Mark O'Brien is a professor of biochemistry at the University at Buffalo.
Only some studies show that there's more IGF in hormone-treated cows. And even if you take the worst case scenario where they saw some differences, the differences that they found, are less than 1/10 of 1% of the amount of IGF that our body normally produces and secretes into our gastrointestinal tract.
This is a non-issue in your mind?
I think it's a non-issue in my mind, at least the IGF one. If more studies come out to modify my view or modify the views of the scientific community, then obviously we would change our minds.
You have probably seen milk cartons labeled no artificial growth hormones. Many consumers are demanding it, and dairy producers are listening.
It scared people, and maybe for good reasons. It didn't make people comfortable, and we're just trying to make people comfortable with buying our product and knowing our milk is safe.
The label usually comes with a disclaimer stating that there is no significant difference between milk produced with or without artificial growth hormones.
At the end of the day, if you are looking to avoid something, at least it tells you it's not there, and that's something.
In terms of the labeling, it enables people to make a choice. That's really what it's all about.
Now, Elanco, the company which manufactures the synthetic hormone supplement, released a statement. We are confident in the safety of RBST. For 20 years, it has been safely used in the U.S. and to date approved in more than 20 countries around the world. Technologies like RBST help meet the growing demand for dairy products. Your Food continues tomorrow with a look at irradiated beef. Is it possible that you've eaten it and not known? That's coming up tomorrow at 6. Luke Moretti, News 4.